How are you? Hello. Safe travels. I supply only the finest goods. See you later.
Yo, good morning, gamers. Practicing speedrun or a little for a bit for both. Yeah, like this, I feel like this character is kind of just easing me back into WoW a bit. Classic WoW. I talked about it, but like if Classic Plus comes out, Pally is going crazy, guaranteed. No doubt in my mind, so I gotta learn it. I gotta learn a little bit. It's not even about this class like being the most fun or the best in the current iteration. I'm trying to future-proof a little bit. Because I know Warrior, I know Hunter, I know Mage. I don't really know Pally. Like, I've played it. But when it comes to, like, speedrunning, I don't know how, like, AoE works. I don't know how, like, random shit works.
Light bless you.
Acting like he doesn't know Pally. I mean, I know Pally at endgame, but it's more of like a classic prop Pally. Like, I've never played that. It's one thing I've never done. God. fuck is Voltros doing here? Someone take this big bad beast down. That is bad. I think we can take it actually. Oh, that's 4? It's not. The fuck. I feel like it's worth to put that on. Rollers are going crazy right now. Boom. What's going on, bro? Like, how are people doing this? Yo, Iced. Thank you so much. Tier 3 Omega support. Mine's 18. I don't know. I'll feel it out. Probably a little later. Leveling on hardcore. Why are you leveling on hardcore? I'm just getting back into the swing of things. Messing around with the Pally. Pally's a class that's pretty cool as a speedrunning class. In my opinion, I think it's cool. It's high uptime, but kind of auto attacky. But it's fast. Like, it's relatively fast to level a Paladin up. And so I want to learn it a little bit. Someone says, look at my boots, what do you do? I don't. I don't know what that means. Yo, what's up, Keeb? Four bags, dude. I actually purchased every single bag on this character. This is era. Well, hardcore. Live a streamer, bro. Ready on TBC anniversary? No, the guild died. Which... honestly, it's a good thing. I'll hit 16 or hardcore warrior. Should I tank dungeons as full prot or just fury prot? Honestly, like if you're just starting out and you're under geared, deep prot is great to start out, and it's a little bit nicer. It's like more fun, I think, to play with tactical mastery. So you can like stance swap and you can do like charges and mocking blows easier and more frequently. But you do less damage. You have better CC, you have better control. Fight the big guys. What big guys? Why don't have Judgment and Cast Seal Righteous Macro together? I don't know. All natty. Honestly, that's a great idea, Iced. Could someone log in and join my group and log off? I mean, I can just do it on my ult, actually. Block all invites. I mean, you still get the notification. Alright, you had your fun, bro. What's next? Play at 60? No, I'm gonna try red and prot. Buzz? I don't believe you. Enjoying TBC rating or burnt out? I mean, I was enjoying it for a bit. It definitely got, I think it got to me. I think the guild casualness kind of got to me. I feel like if I'm playing in a guild and they're playing casually, I don't think it's a problem. But if it's casual to the point that like people don't care about the raid, it kind of gets to me. And the TBC raiding guild that I was in was like, casual to the point that people just fuck around in raid and we'd wipe to like dumb shit all day. It's like 6-hour raids instead of 2-hour raids. And that just like rubbed me the wrong way because, you know, all I'm doing is raid logging. So when the raid I log in for is just not fun, like it's just not a fun experience. But like I've been in quote unquote dad guilds where like people actually take it semi-seriously when they're actually in the raid and then they fuck off and they're super casual outside of the raid. I think that's like an ideal casual situation for me. Yeah, I think it's literally just that. It's like Twitch streamer casual is just like OnlyFans, and it's just like an OnlyFans meeting, and that was not my vibe. Voss, the craziest thing about that situation was like the viewer raids that I would make were higher quality than my main raid. Complete pugs from chat, higher quality. And like that's what really got to me for the most part. That I can pull together 25 completely random people from Twitch chat and it's like a better experience than pulling together my fucking colleagues, bro. Like, what even is that? I mean, I'm not even opposed to playing with Twitch chat. Like, every time I've done the community raids and stuff, it's been fun. Like, I remember we did it on Night Slayer for a while. We did it on TBC and they were great. Everyone just wants to make content. Yeah. But the problem is, like, when everybody's just messing around and making content, the actual content is them, like, talking. And then it's like... The rating is more of the... I don't know. But that's why I'm not playing TBC anymore. Yeah, Keeb. I mean, I think a lot of people are there. Plan on playing Wrath? No. I think there will be better things than Wrath to play. Universities is on a pop slide down. Yeah. It makes sense. I actually think I think I might mess around on SOD once. I said this yesterday. Once everybody's 60 and they're starting to do the level 60 stuff, I might make a character starting level 1 during the 60, or maybe like when they move the phase from 50 phase to 60. I think that might be an opportunity for me to play. Cause come back at 50. I might come back at 50 like the day before, like the day of the 60 release phase. That's probably the earliest. Because I never did MC, and I never did anything else like the unique content at endgame. Just join Joker or LMGD. We're already running next. Scarlet Enclave. I mean, I feel like it's late for me to join now at that point. If you guys are already that far in, I don't really want like the whole guild to be like done by the time I'm there. Should have vendored while I was there. Joker said they'll try Scarlet next raid lockout. I'm not trying to just jump into SOD right now, guys. That's the problem. Like, I think I want it to be more of a slow thing. I don't want to be like, alright, I speedran SOD. Because that's what it would be. I'm skipping all of the level 50 stuff up to level 50 already, which I want to do, but then I'm also going to be skipping the early 60 stuff. Bro, take your shit. Thank you. I'm gonna go vendor. Break from RTS games? I mean, shit, the RTS games were a break from WoW.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm just going ret. Yeah, this is just a normal character. Splits are just to kind of keep track of time on the character more than actually have speedrun splits. Is only both ethical while simulating afresh? Brother, I'm not even simulating afresh. We're just blasting. Cringe is a jailable offense? I mean, no. You guys would all be jailed. Yeah, this is Doomhound. Yo, Mango. Thank you so much, man. The double gifted. And Zarwin with the 21-month Reno. Box AB farm? Not really, but they can like multi-dot on fences. Like, that's one of the things speedrunners have kind of unlocked more recently in the Warlock world. They've started to like pull 4 or 5 mobs and then jump back and forth over a fence to kill them with instant cast dots without having to worry about tanking them. So it's like effectively multi-pull, but kind of have to be in a good spot for it. SOD Fresh is gonna be Camelot or whatever they call it. Bro, imagine if classic Camelot leak is true and then it's just a fucking permanent SOD server. Holy. How fucking funny would that be? Dude, my inventory is so sag. All because I didn't vendor. Any plans for this Paladin? Kind of just vibing on it. Living a Paladin's life. What the fuck? I never finished my Oats quest. We're so sad about that. Holy. I walked over an oat. At, I thought I was just done. Four and a half months to AoE farm from 61 to 62. Is this sufficient? I mean, if it took you that long to AoE farm, I think it would take you a similar time to quest it.
Well met. Going on a friend.
Oh, I can breathe.
Light
finish my quest, bro. Wait.
King's honor, friend. Go with honor, friend.
Oh my god, I need snouts. We'll get 3 quick snouts right here. My boots broke. I don't need them. I don't fucking need them. What boots? Do we go Judgment CD? Or Parry? That's the question.
You need something?
I end up taking at least 3 points in parry. No matter what. I think Judgment is probably better. But it's more mana intensive. But I literally have 100% mana all the time. I'm gonna judge. There's no boars. You don't judge with Seal of Command? Oh, you mean like I won't have mana? Seal of Righteousness is the same cost. I'm not gonna be twisting, so. Hey, Grandpa Amps. I don't know if Classic does hold any higher pop of enjoyment over retail. I feel like it's the same kind of vibe for everybody. It's a grind this time. Yo, what's up, Simply? Just playing for fun. Nothing actually happening here. Kind of like trying to familiarize myself with Paladin. I might try another new class with leveling. There's supposed to be an update at some point. Classic Plus, you know what I'm saying? And Classic probably for fun. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Pally's not. I think Priest is the worst. Pally's honestly like pretty fast up into like the 40s. Fuck. But Pally falls off late game. Bro, maybe I should just skip this quest. I'm too deep. I can't. Oh, Beard, could you get completely solo? I mean, you could like get mostly pre-bis probably. Nah, there's nothing about it. The radio fucking silent, bro. Guys, we kill this dust devil. That'd be crazy, simply. Playing? Simply Classic Plus?
Greetings. The Alliance.
What can I do for you?
Bro, I fucking sold my things.
Be careful.
Hello. See you around.
Well met. Light bless you.
Nah, I'm not really a PoE guy. I've tried to get into it a couple times, and it's fun, but I just hit a point where I stop enjoying the grind. This game has been sucking you dry for years now. Hey, but if they make a good Classic Plus, that's a new kind of suck. You gotta experience it at least once.
Greetings. You need something. See you around. What can I do for you?
Buy a flint and tinder. Holy shit, what are we doing with this? We're tramming.
Need something? Have a good one.
We're tramming hard.
Light be with you. Be careful.
Hey there. Safe travel.
You're gonna try to do DM later? Nah, probably not today. Maybe tomorrow. I think today I'm just vibing. Maybe get to like level 18. Probably a short stream because I haven't gone to the gym yet. But yeah. Just trying to like put a little time in. I was gonna level off stream and I'm like, well, if I'm gonna level off stream, I might as well just turn on the stream. Like, it's more fun to just talk to chat than just walk around Westfall solo. How many classic 60s do you think you've made? I mean, at least 20 minimum. It's like 20, maybe 25, 30. It's like asking you, like, how many runs of Tetris have you done? How many runs of Mario have you done? I don't know. I lost track, bro. I actually don't know what game you play the most. Doing the mountain skip to Darn, you want to pour it? Oh no, I'm gonna do it self-found. Appreciate it though. Get some practice in doing the jump. You think they'd try the mobile app for WAD? Think they'd bring the mobile app for WAD? Wait, are you? Those are two questions. Do you think they're gonna do WAD, and do you think they're gonna add a mobile app for it? No, I hope they don't do either. I think that's a waste of resource. Warcraft 3 tournament and OnlyFans, yeah. I think OnlyFans was my first time interacting with Simply. Hardcore classic speedrun guild. I mean, that exists, right? Isn't Purpose doing that? Or maybe they were doing that. I don't know if they still are. And then DMF week. I mean, that's best case. I feel like it's a little scary to speedrun when you don't have DMF. Like, it's not really. I feel like it's not even really a thing. 10% damage buff on your entire rate is way insane. You know the records? Purpose puts out really insane times, honestly. Let's look. How do I just look at overall? Do you guys see purpose on here? Maybe they don't qualify because of... Oh. What is this? Bro, what is going on? Why are they separated so much? 1 hour. 1 hour max clear. Pretty solid. So I'm playing on Doomhowl, Miko. Warcraft 3 really brought it. Yeah, Warcraft 3, the Night Elf outdoorsman. Tried one of Kemisayo's speedrun? No. That's the warrior player, right? The solo warrior guy. I like what he does. I'm hoping to see subpar specs brought up to a minimum of best Hunter DPS as baseline with deep talents, ret, balance, arcane, feral enhance for Classic Plus. I mean, I agree that Classic Plus should try to balance classes slightly, but I'm also a big proponent of the fact that Classic as a game is relatively well balanced as a game, not as a section of the game. Like PvP by itself may not be perfectly balanced. PvE by itself is 100% not perfectly balanced. But if you look at the whole game as one, you know, you compare class to class on a game level, it's not as unbalanced as you would make it seem, because these classes are viable and you bring one, like every class to raids. It's just that this niche gameplay style of a niche gameplay style that you guys want to do, aka I want to play specifically Rep Paladin, specifically PvE content that is relatively competitive with other players. Like this, the amount of zooming in you have to do to get to that point is pretty specific. It's like, well, some classes might honestly should be better as levelers, for example. And maybe some classes should be better in PvP. But then, if they're better in one location, they should be worse in others. That's the whole give and take, right? Of like, Druid, for example, is really good in the open world. And it's very flexible. It can do anything at once, even as any spec. Like if you're a Wrestle Druid, you can go Bear Form and tank for a second if you need to. And so, in EverQuest, this was like hybrid tax. These classes were never perfect. They were never favorable for one specific gameplay style, but because you're able to swap gameplay styles, you are okay. And I think there's a lot of examples of this kind of thing, especially when you talk about unbalanced specs in Classic World of Warcraft. A lot of them are hybrids. And it's hard to balance a hybrid class with non-hybrid classes like Warrior. Let's say I want to balance Ret Paladin to equal damage to a Warrior. Well, why would you play a Warrior? Because you can't heal, you don't have freedom, you don't bring raid buffs. If Ret Pally does equal damage to a Warrior, the Warrior is unfavorable. And so you have to keep in mind the abilities of your entire class when you're talking about specializations. And so something like Ret Paladin, Balanced Druid, Enhancement Shaman, Ellie Shaman, all these classes that are quote-unquote bad PvE way, you change them, you have to be very careful how that changes the rest of the game. And I think you saw that in SOD for example, you make Boomkin viable for PvE, and they're fucking in monsters in PvP. And so that's one of my biggest concerns with changing a bunch of classes and bringing them up to quote unquote hunter minimum level DPS, because hunters are not bad DPS as it currently is. And if everything's able to get there and warriors are brought down a little bit, it muddies the water. And you know, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you know, it just shakes up the meta, and these hybrid classes just become the go-to, and your pure classes are kind of just scuffed. And maybe mages should be better at everything. Well, mages are broken in Classic. I mean, type mage in the chat and you'll see. Like, I agree with that. Mages are fucking disgusting in Classic. That's a command from 2018, bro. It is a hero class. Shadow Priest is a great example for what Turlock said. Exactly. As soon as Shadow Priest has scaling and it does good damage in PvE, all of a sudden they were already monsters in PvP, and now they're just unkillable, immortal demon gods. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of exactly what I'm talking about when I talk about like balancing stuff. I think Classic has it relatively well done. It's in a position where, like, obviously things can change. Very obviously. Some classes are undertuned, some classes are overtuned. But as a whole, it's pretty okay. And it's a good experience, I think, for any class. If you pick any single class in the game, I don't think you're going to have a terrible time. What would you change? I think I would just be careful about how you go about, like, attuning these classes, you know? Just be careful about it. Is that scary? I don't think so. Just be careful, you know? Like, don't tune classes by just giving them a bunch of damage. You know, look at their weak points and assess what makes Boomkin bad in PvE but good in PvP. Okay. So then you look at it, like, or let's say like Shadow Priest. What makes Shadow Priest good in PvE, or good in PvP but bad in PvP? This is an easier example because I know more about it. It's like, well, Shadow Priest runs and doesn't scale with crit. So it doesn't have proper scaling tools, given that there's a lot of items in the game that kind of combine crit and spell power. So you're not really benefiting from half of the stat gain. Also, you're not benefiting from half the stat gain, but also, hold on, I gotta lock in here for a second. Woo. Guys, we wait 5 minutes. We wait 5 minutes. So like Shadow Priest, right? Shadow Priest has poor scaling tools and a high mana cost, but they have good damage output. Shadow Priest actually has very solid damage output, but it doesn't last long enough for appropriately timed PvE encounters, like let's say a 3-minute, 2-minute fight. Shadow Priest is as fuck. So then you have to think a little bit more about this question, like, okay, well, Shadow Priest also goes pretty quickly in PvP, so you don't really want to make them super crazy in PvP and have infinite mana in PvP either. So you have to look into the details a little more and be like, okay, how do we solve the issue of mana regen in PvE without making them too insane in PvP? Like, I would say maybe something involving, I don't know, if you have like 5 stacks of like the shadow debuff on somebody and you're like mind flaying them, like maybe it can give like some trickle mana return or something. I don't know. I don't really know this, but that's kind of how I would look at it. And then you'd brainstorm and be like, okay, well, that kind of addresses this issue, and I think it'll have a smaller impact on PvP, which they're already strong in. If not for damage meters, there'd be a lot less talk of class imbalance. I mean, I agree. It can't be solved. Blizzard can't solve this without creating a SOD or retail clone. Well, that's because what I'm talking about isn't what they do. They don't just look at the problem and try to fix weak points. They just give them strong new tools. And that's how you get SOD PvP. You know? That's what happened in SOD. They just give them they give Boomkin Star Surge Wild Growth, and they're like, all right, go have fun. But like, yes, that fixed some of the problems, but now they're too good. Were S-Priest broken in SOD PvP? I don't know. You guys tell me. I didn't PvP really in SOD after phase 1. But they're broken in classic PvP. Broken? Yeah, they're really good. You guys ever play AV and then a Shadow Priest presses one spell? They press Xanaline Hero Charm, and then they press Shadow Word Pain, and by the time you reach Vandar, you're 10% HP from the one spell they cast. Or you ever been out in the open world and a Shadow Priest walks up on you, it presses Devouring Plague, Shadow Word Pain, and you die. 100 to 0. All they do is run away from you and you will die. How does an S-Priest fare against a BM Hunter? BM Hunter may kill a Shadow Priest, but the BM Hunter will die to the dots. Unless they have a Shadow Protection Potion or a Cleanse, or like, you just die. There's nothing you can do about it. So all the Priest has to do is live. Which, by the way, Shadow Priest has a 30% physical damage reduction, and they have 30% physical damage reduction from Inner Fire, and they have Power Word Shield, which they can cast while in that form. And so all they have to do is dump mana to live with one set of dots on you, and you die. If the BM Hunter doesn't kill a Shadow Priest in 10 seconds, the BM Hunter dies. No questions. That's just how it plays. So anyways, I mean, class balancing aside, like I think that if they touch classes, it just should be in a flavorful way that fixes their weak points without completely changing how the class plays, and or without, like, you know, strengthening their strong points in an accident when you're trying to fix their weak points. So like Hunter, for example, what is Hunter's weak point? I actually think Hunters are very strong in Classic. I don't think that they have a weak point, and I don't think they should get changed too much. A lot of people will say, give them a filler spell. I actually disagree. I like the way it plays. I think it's very unique. Having multiple melee and ranged abilities that you can use like in sequence with each other, like weaving. Hunter MD. Yeah, I mean, you could give Hunter like a little bit more tools, which don't change PvP. I think PvP Hunter should not get changed in any way. It's already really, really, really good. So like MD could be cool. MD could be cool because the problem with Hunters isn't that they're, you know, it's like they're pretty much a utility class in Raid. So you could lean into their utility a little bit. Maybe buff volley slightly. Yeah, maybe. You could change, like, you know, this is an option. Like, I think you could probably change how traps scale. This is a minor thing, like change explosive and immolation trap and serpent sting to scale with attack power instead of spell power. but they definitely should not get disengage. Like, disengage, hunters already have a fuck ton of movement spells. Like, they're very quick, and they have very good CC. Like, I don't think disengage should be in. Allow traps in combat. I think that gets rid of a little bit of nuance, but that is what they did in TBC. Pally tanks. Pally tank is another example. Like, you could kind of facilitate Pally tank a little bit better by giving them slight mana regen. And I vendored my flint and tinder. Survival needs a rework. Yeah, I mean, they could like tune the survival tree a little bit, but also like at the same time, I've played a lot of Hunter, and my favorite PvP spec was deep survival. So like, you could say like BM and marksman are fine, survival needs a rework, but I've played like 300 days on Hunter, and survival was really fun and really good in PvP. Like, to the point that if you were a deep survival hunter and you could almost always 1v1 a warrior in melee. Like, think about that. Does that need reworking? Maybe slightly, like maybe Wyvernsting could get a buff to incentivize people to play deep survival more. And it's not really an OP ability as is, so like usable in combat. Wyvernsting usable in combat would be a good change. But you know, it should get reworked, in my opinion. Want to play TBC? I'm pretty bored of it. I'm pretty bored of TBC. I feel like it's such a shame. I feel like TBC is one of my most fond memories of progression raiding from private servers and whatnot. TBC raids are really fun to progress through, in my opinion. And I feel like the anniversary servers completely gutted that experience. And it's just not fulfilling anymore for me. Like, I remember on private servers progressing Black Temple for like months. And it's like pre-nerf content, and you're like, your guild makes it to fucking Illidari Council, and they wipe for 3 days, and you come back, and you progress. All of a sudden, you're on Illidan, and then like it's nice, man. It's nice. I like it. I think it's such a shame that all the anniversary players don't ever get to experience progression anymore. It's one of the most, in my opinion, it's one of the best things about raiding in general is that progression. Now, all it is some loot sim. That's a good take if you're unemployed. That's crazy, because when I was playing private servers, I played in a dad guild, and almost everybody had a fucking job. This was their hobby. And over time, we as a guild got stronger, and we killed bosses, and we got the sense of progression. You don't need to be unemployed to progress 2 days, 3 days a week. Like, you just want handouts, bro.
Greetings.
No wonder you were progging. They were good players, bro. Private servers were different. You guys don't understand. If you didn't play on a private server, you didn't play on like these were like way harder than current bullshit that you guys get. Like these fights were like 2 to 3x HP, 2x damage. Like, it's a completely different world. Some streamers had hard mode. Exactly. Like or some servers. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, Omega buffed.
Hello.
Why don't you read retail for a challenge? I mean, we did. I don't think it's fun, though. I think that retail pushed it too far. Because now, it's not like you're progressing a fight that feels winnable if somebody makes a mistake. It's if anyone makes a mistake in 10 minutes of combat, you just wipe and go again. And like in TBC, there's like more forgiving It's a little bit less forgiving of a difficulty. I think it struck a good balance. Even though it was buffed on private servers, I liked it better. Like, for example, like, when I talk about this, I like to bring up this server I played on, which was Gummy's server, and it was pre-nerf values with buffs. So like, the content was designed as pre-nerf with like, you know, it's a lot. Like, for example, Alar's ads wouldn't damage him when you killed them. This was a change that this was in a pre-nerf Alar. When you killed Alar's ads, they didn't deal damage to Alar originally. And so you had to balance dealing damage to Alar and tanking all the ads. They also didn't deal damage to themselves. So like, you had to kite the ads if you wanted to meet the DPS check of healers running And so there's like a lot of balancing like these like really difficult encounters. Not like mythic, but it was really fun, man. It felt fulfilling to clear, and like, we wiped, and it wasn't just like something we walked over. It took us like 4 weeks to progress through like TK, and then a couple weeks to go through SSC. And in SSC, we cleared the first Vash, and the only reason we did it was because we had soul stones on the entire raid. We leveled warlocks because the MC mechanic buffed DPS, or buffed the damage you dealt by like 10,000%. So if anybody ever got MC'd, you would one-shot people near you. So we'd like take weapons off so they would stop using abilities, and then just punch people down. Like, it was ridiculous, dude. But it was fucking fun. And now you just, now like, we just get this gutted version of the game where it's like, yeah, let's give you pre-nerf guys, like a pug can clear at week 1, and you can just get the loot you want. It just feels so unfulfilling. That's why I don't play it anymore. TBC is just... A lot of people are, I think... apprehensive to the idea of prog raiding for some reason, but I've always really enjoyed it. Third time around on TBC? I mean, it's not like that for me, guys. Like, you have to remember, I played on private servers. This isn't my third time playing TBC. I played five different TBC servers in private server era, and then I played it again when it came out in like 2021 or whatever. Like, TBC is fun multiple times. The problem is that this time they got rid of the things that I found fun, which was like meaningful raiding experiences. But I don't play retail because I don't enjoy playing it. Simple as that. I would rather sit here and level a Paladin on classic hardcore than log into retail and do whatever the fuck it is that you have to do to get your character's trying to go run your Mythic Plus and then you go raid and log off. Like, dude, it's just not as fun. Money has zero factor? No, if I liked retail, I would play it. Like, I'm not streaming for money right now. I literally haven't been streaming for like 3 months because I just don't enjoy playing things. I feel blessed to be in a position like that. Like, you know, we're dual income, and WoW goes through up and down. So like, I'm lucky to be able to not work for a little bit. Do the Grizzly guys still play? I mean, I'm sure they do. I haven't really interacted with a lot of the Grizzly people in like years and years. Since like TBC pretty much. Kind of like stopped playing. My other games? Yeah, I was playing a lot of Monsters and Memories. Streaming on my alt account. And then I've been playing a lot of like League of Legends and Warcraft 3 off stream too. Why do you enjoy classic hardcore? It's timeless, bro. Want to do hardcore Minecraft? I've played a lot of Minecraft. I don't think it's very... It's not something that like... I think would be super interesting to watch. I've played a lot of Minecraft. Like, of all of the games that I've played, Minecraft is like probably top 3 amount of raw time I've put in to any game. It's like watching somebody who's played Minecraft a lot play hardcore Minecraft isn't going to be as fun as watching Savix or Zaryu or Ozzy who are like noobs learning how to play. It's not like that. But I don't want to kill him. Speedrun. I actually did try MC speedrunning like a week ago on my alt stream. What class do you like in MMM? I was playing fighter, but who knows? I mean, they're doing a bunch of class changes. I'm kind of just, I haven't played in like a month. Kind of just waiting for them to solidify some classes so that I can pick something to play. You know, it's a little frustrating, my take on that game. I feel like I was really hyped and I had solidified what class I wanted to play for playing on the beta. And then they're like turning around and completely redoing every class. And so I feel like all my time spent like kind of experimenting with other classes, I just have to like redo if I want to pick a class that I think I'll enjoy. Where to find your alt stream? I stream on Twitch. Oh, YouTube chat doesn't see that. It's on Ampy After Dark. Yeah, Monsters and Memories. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It sounds not PPC? What? Oh, it's PPC. I didn't try Pantheon. No, I have not. Of all the old school MMOs, I really only looked into Monsters and Memories. That's only because I think it was close enough to EQ that I resonated with it a lot, and I'd played a lot of EverQuest Classic on a private server, and then that was a really good experience. That was another thing I streamed on MP After Dark, which was great, dude. The EverQuest journey, playing an MMO for the very first time, especially an old school MMO, I think hits home to what I truly like about video games. It's so good. Playing an old school MMO for the very first time, and you're getting like knowledge checked, and you're getting, you know, you're learning things about the game, and you're seeing zones for the first times, and you're seeing monsters for the first times, and there's like these cities and quests you're doing. Like, it's so good, man. It really is. Yo, are you serious right now? Thank you so much for the ass 11. Wow. Maze. This is Ironwood Mall from Lochmodan. The Maze Vendor. Hammered how much? Yeah, dude, it's funny. I mean, I agree. Like, it's so funny when people start complaining about like leveling speed or grindiness of World of Warcraft. Like, I don't want to grind a level in Naga Cave. And then you look at EverQuest and it's like, yeah, you're grinding 1 to 60. And yeah, it takes you 500 hours. It's not a 150 hour journey. No, it's a 500 hour journey. And it's all grinding. But like, at the same time, there's something so charming about those games because how long it takes really puts you in. It's like hardcore in a way, where it puts you in the moment so much more because you're less concerned about your overall progress. So you go exploring and do things to break up the monotony. You go explore the world. And that's what's so beautiful about those games is it really is the journey that's the game. It's not the end game. Like, you're not leveling in EverQuest to go camp fucking poop sock raid mobs. Like, some people do, but for most people, it's just the leveling, and that's all there is. And so, like, embracing that is so good for those games. Opinions on Patreon God's Deaths on Grob? Oh god, I didn't see it. Play Guild Wars 2? I have played a bit of Guild Wars. Guild Wars has been interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I have. I haven't seen the Guild Wars 3 announcement. There's supposed to be a Guild Wars Reforged or something. What is that?
Go in peace.
Can't fall. I mean, it's definitely like a different beast. Like, playing with RXP to speedrun through leveling, I think is meta because so many people have played and leveled that they are kind of foregoing that adventure experience that you're talking about for end game experience that they want. So, like, obviously, if you want an adventure, no RXP, I think that's something so beautiful about like Classic when you can do like self-found and you create a challenge for yourself. Top 3 most fun classes. Mage, then Hunter, then Warrior, I think.
What brings you here?
I'm gonna cook up these bad boys. I kind of agree, Pop Fresque. I think that the old school MMOs, like before, like EverQuest, for example, really, like, you know, there were quests, But like, you know, you level to 60 and you do like a couple of quests, and all the quests are mostly just like repeatable hand-ins, and they're not even really quests per se. I think that WoW's questing is a great way. It's like a handheld adventure. Like populate the world. I do agree. I think it's really good. Dark Age of Camelot is my old school MMO. Oh, dude, I feel like the only old school MMO that I've properly played is EverQuest. I never played Dark Age of Camelot. There's a lot of like old school MMOs. What's I feel like they're so brutal, bro. Let's look it up. Old school MMOs pre-2000. Ultima Online, Asheron's Call. Holy. That's the one I was thinking of, Ultima Online. I never played it though. Like I've never played Ultima Online. I've never played Asheron's Call. Never played Dark Age of Camelot. Could be interesting going back and like messing around on them.
I am listening. Asha Fela.
Never played Anarchy, no. How many accounts do you all tab between? What, like when I have like a bunch of different WoW accounts, but I'm not playing them right now. First time playing Hardcore's Alliance, do we need edgies? Nah, I mean you can play Edge Masters or daggers or axe skill. You could go axe helmet. Which is an option. You could play edgies. Daggers is the easiest, but DPS daggers is a little wonky. I think axes is better. Short answer is you probably want edgies, but you can make do with like an axe helmet, which is the mining helmet from the Uldaman rare mob. Shovel guy. It's pretty expensive still. I think it's a little cheaper. Explain why Paladin. Yeah, I feel like Paladin is going to be my go-to class for a possible Classic Plus. Keep repeating myself about it, but the potential Paladin has to be very good in a Classic Plus is so good. We need a Y Pal. We do, yeah. Interested in Ion 2? Actually, funnily enough, Kathy and Mac, Liz's sister and her boyfriend, were playing Ion 2. I think they came out with like a Taiwanese server or something that they were playing on, and now they're coming out with an NA server. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the game that they were playing. Any of us? Yeah, I'm on NA servers. I'm on Doomhowl Alliance. Torn on a main for a potential Classic Plus. So have a lot of this. I mean, as soon as they announce it, I imagine that they're gonna come out with like some like information about changes, and then you'll probably be in a better spot to decide what you want. Run a Dwarf Hunter to 60 before Classic Plus comes out. That was my OG WoW. Bro, Hunter was my first class as well. All through Classic and TBC, I've mained a Hunter. And in Classic, I never got higher than like level 30 or something on the Hunter, but I actually hit 70 in TBC. And I remember doing like Karazhan and Zulaman and some like tier 4 stuff. Oh, that I can read YouTube chat now? Yeah. Yeah, I need to set up Nightbot on my YouTube chat so I can have commands double post. Need to figure that out. I'm sure Jasmine has told me already how to do it. Sorry, Jazz. Gym routine? Yep, I tried to get you to do it. Yeah. Yeah. My gym routine is 4 days. 3 days on, 1 day off. Push pull legs. Hell yeah, Silvar. Gabby, I didn't see the clip. I don't know. Classic Plus drops the same time as Classic. LOL, I'm gonna have to play League. Brother, is Classic LOL releasing? Is like, what even is that sentence? What is Classic LOL? You want Season 1 to come out? That shit's gonna be buggy as fuck. Season 2 or 3? I mean, I actually played a lot of Season 3 and a lot of Season 4. That was like my peak League time. That's when I grinded the most. I went from a pleb to like Plat 1. I got Diamond 4, but then I decayed out of it. So I ended Plat 1. Feels bad, man. Do you not play League? I mean, I did, but I was young. So like, my experience playing League early on was normal games. I just played normal games, you know? It's not like... I have a Season 1 like trophy thing, so like I must have played a ranked game, but I don't really... I don't think I played much, bro. Ever leveled a Prot Warrior 1 to 60? No, but you'd be surprised. One-handed warrior with a shield actually does relatively solid DPS, and the shield mitigates a good amount of damage, so it's not that slow. Yo, thank you for the raid, the hamster raid. Guys, I'm killing gray mobs. What am I doing? What am I doing right now? Yo, Bali, thanks so much, bro. You know what I remember? Actually, I remember when I was a kid, in like middle school, I was playing League of Legends, like maybe early high school. And I joined my, like, I had made some friends on the game. We played normal games together. And they started making a team. So I joined their team and I was their jungler. For like some like community tournament. And needless to say, got absolutely nowhere. I remember coming home and buying fucking Udyr so I could practice my jungle. Old school fucking Udyr, bro. One to 20 sword and board is pretty good. Yeah, you just go like arms fury. Go 5 points into crit, 5 points into parry, and then you could go like some tactical mastery or imp hamstring or something, or imp heroic strike. When was Warmane TBC? That was way long ago. That was like 2017 probably, Podfresk. It's a while back. Warmane TBC. Had to be before that? It might have been. It might have been like 2016. It was a long server. I mean, we played it for like multiple years, I feel like. Whoa. I had it open on my fucking giga size monitor. I actually have... I could tell you exactly when Sunwell was in that server. Yeah. No, Warmane TBC, PTA was clearing Sunwell in January 2019. So I think it was 2017, 2018. Oh no, I didn't kill Threshers, bro. Yeah, I saw, because Bush should link me a video of like wiping to Brutalis, like January 2019. So then, however long that server lasted, it was a while for sure. I mean, I quit after a long time. The server still ran. Faction balance on Doomhowl? I don't know. That's a great question, honestly. Twisted Tree Line. Bro, I remember me and my friends would play Twisted Tree Line 3v3 because I went to school with two people that played League, two of my friends that played League. And so we'd come home and we'd do 3v3s. It was so good, man. So good back in the day. Imagine TK and TBC Hardcore. It's fine, honestly. Post-nerf TK is fine. Pre-nerf TK? Insane. They can do that. I remember, see, thinking about old school League. Thinking about old school League makes me think of like that one like dude who would make like music videos about League of Legends champions. Like, you know what I'm talking about? It's like, I think it was like Bad Administrator or something. I don't remember. And it reminds me of the days where like classic WoW had the same thing. You know, where it was like, you know, early TBC, late classic, where people are kind of just like making like funny like or like parody content and shit. Dude. The WoW YouTube scene in 2007 was peak. Nim videos, yeah, and you had like Snacky's journal and shit. And you had like, yeah, you had like all the music videos coming out. Illegal Danish, yeah, dude. There's like whole video like movies and shit. Early machinima, dude. You got Jimmy, World of Warcraft story. Bro, some gems. I feel like League was like that back in the day too. That's crazy, Jones. Yeah, dude, actually one of my most fond birthdays was my uncle brought over, like he worked at Apple actually way back in the day, and so he had like a million extra like laptops he just like he brought them over, and he brought some like cracked version of Warcraft 3, okay? And he set up Warcraft 3 on every single computer. And I invited like 10 friends over, and we land Warcraft 3 on like scuffed laptops all night. We did custom games, we did like Uther Party and shit in my living room. Oh my god, that was fucking peak, bro. Yeah, I remember we played fucking like green TD. You know, like the map where you like build shit and the mobs go around in a circle, you have to kill all the mobs. Dude, tower defense games were so good back in the day on Warcraft. Good amount of fun with Legion TD too. You know what? Actually, I had a lot of fun on Legion TD in Dota custom game. In one of the Dota custom game maps. Kind of around the same time like the auto battlers popped up. Like Dota custom games were kind of a big thing. I could go for some Legion TD, man. Shit is good. Standalone now? Oh, really? Any good standalone TD? The only standalone TD I really ever played was Balloons TD. There's no balloons? I would play that shit on my phone in school all day. I had to make sure my phone was charged, and if I had a fully charged phone, I could play Balloons TD all day. Like, and my phone would die before, like, right at the end of school. It was perfect. Sitting in, like, the back of the room, we're, like, supposed to be doing, like, a history class, and I'm just fucking popping balloons. My monkeys. Balloons? Yeah, it's, you guys never seen it? It's peak Balloons TD. The balloons would walk through the path and you had to place towers. Simple as that. Yeah. Balloons was a Flash game. Yep. Oh, dude, that brings me back to like the... Oh, dude. You guys remember the fucking sketchy ass websites all the Flash games were on? That's Miniclip? Yes, dude. Miniclip, Newgrounds. I remember both of those names. Me and my friend played this Flash game. I still remember it to this day, where it's like there's two tanks, and you like get weapons and you fire them at each other, and you would like destroy the terrain. That shit was so fun. Yes, dude. Peak gaming. Pocket tanks? It might be. Yes, dude. This is the fucking game. This is literally it. Holy shit, this image brings me back. And you would have a tank, and then they'd fire a missile, and they'd have to aim it and try to hit you with it. And you take damage if it hit you and like destroy the terrain, you get stuck. You have to like, oh my god, bro. Like Worms Armageddon, that's exactly what it is, yeah. There were a bunch of weapons, yeah. Any hobbies outside of gaming? I mean, I guess gym at this point is now a hobby. I feel like I've gotten addicted to going to the gym in the same way that I got addicted to playing games, where you get this constant progression arc, where you like improving your character, you're investing into it, and I get the same feeling with the gym. So it's very addicting. I used to be really big into like, I say skating, but I didn't really have a skateboard. I I had something called a ripstick, which is like a scuffed skateboard with a like caster wheels, so that you, like balance on it. But I did that a lot as a kid, like all fucking day. Yeah, no, it looks super fucking scuffed. But I have fucking calves of steel from my childhood days of ripsticking. Dude, I tried to do tricks on the ripstick, but like it's so hard. You any stream with Savage plays Minecraft? I'm actually gonna go to the gym. Speaking of, this was gonna be a little. I honestly wasn't even planning on streaming. I just kind of randomly started it because I was gonna play off stream.
What brings you here?
Just a quick little stream here for me, boys. I may be back later today. But if I'm not, I'll be back tomorrow. More gaming. Thank you for tuning in, boys. I know it's a short stream, a quick stream, but I'm trying to be a little bit more active with it. Appreciate you guys.
Vishnu Allah.
/raid.